Every Zimbabwean feels connected on a spiritual level to the idea of elections. You hear elections, they might be in Equatorial Guinea, which would they might be said in the Philippines. You just hear elections, it's like it's like dog whistle. As a Zimbabwean, it's like Manchester. Yeah,
Matiti.
Ma. Bro, elections traumatizer. This man was being invested for corruption.
Yep.
They raided his house to find evidence of Ningiri, and they were like, "Yo,
wow,
fuck is this condoms doing here?
Hey,
yo,
no, condoms?
And then
I think you got the wrong house.
I
think you're in the wrong house. Condoms, condoms.
Condoms. VCR. Because clearly 400 tapes you've been recording since.
Right? From VCR to CD.
DVD, VCD.
And then he's like, okay, now I gotta move with the times.
Now he's
slapping on the digital on the phone.
Caught up in iCloud.
Yo!
I bet he was. I thought I got to go now. Baby, can you want to go office? And he's like, Karen, and she's like, no, she's single. Like, not my type.
No. Love.
No, my type. My newlyweds. My 10-year married. My 15. No, we've been in this marriage. Piper Mwari has sent my trials and tribulations.
Yeah, indeed. Tribulation. Trial and the tribulation.
You would tribulate. I was tribulating.
He was in tribulation.
Do you know another cool thing to do? I think to punctuate the year. Black and Forth Awards.
Ooh.
Black and Forth Awards.
I thought you were going to say another Black and Forth social to close the year.
That would be dope, but with this fatigue.
Yeah, but with your fatigue.
Let's do something for Valentine's Day. My mate said to me, do a speed dating.
Black and Forth speed dating social.
Yeah.
Because you know what? At the Black and Forth social,
that's literally what was happening.
And you know us, we got baddies.
We got baddies.
You know.
That's going to cost 50.
That's it. Yeah, fair 50.
Because whoever the vibes, I need to tell you right now.
No,
it's 50.
Yo, Emi, hunga na itimbo sasa pano panika nyaya karikupisa. We just wanna talk about it machitika. Welcome. Oh, you know what time it is. Send it to your friends so they also be a part of this. You cannot describe what you feel, huh? We're taking Zimbabwe to the world, huh? Yeah, this is Black and Forth. Welcome. This is Black and Forth.
Hey.
Welcome.
Hey, yo.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
It's another episode. This is episode 36. The real
36. Shout out to some keen-eyed viewers for spotting that. Inga my real ones. Jeez.
Yeah, they were like, that is sick.
Wait a minute. Did I miss something? But yeah, episode 36. Whoop, yeah.
The vocals are back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's we are officially in the month of November.
Yep.
When we recorded the last one, we weren't in November yet, but it came out in November. But welcome to the month of November. How has it been for you so far?
Chimbe. November so far has been all right. Yeah. Evidently eventful.
Yeah.
In the social spheres. In my own personal
time.
Side of things.
The people of Chegutu came through with the scoop.
Kandoro is so bad-minded because only one person.
Only one person came out,
and ghost account. I think it was Kandoro's ghost account.
Do you know the crazy thing is? I was reading those causes like I did not know Chegutu was this well represented on social media.
You know what? I was actually quite chuffed. I was so chuffed.
People were coming out like, I remember the genres.
People were corroborating what I was saying. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? When I come here and guys,
but corroborate the light.
No, that hey, I was a bystander. I was watching. That comment made me laugh. No, it was nice. Funny enough, a couple of the niggas actually came out of the woodworks.
Yeah.
Foster came out of the woodworks. He's like, oh shit, I remember this. Let me go find TK so we can have a proper one. You might recover.
Do you know the crazy thing? I think the way you told the story, right? Sounded like you were intimately involved with the details. So when somebody says wakaroa, it's like that's why he's telling the story so well, because so this is the victim.
Oh no, I was very much in there. I mean, yeah. I think that was the wisest thing we could have done at that point, to say let's just go yard. It actually became a thing the following, like, ever since then, Pinda Mota Tiende was a tagline. You niggas are gonna Pinda Mota Tiende.
Nah, but shout out, man.
But shout out Chegu to Massive for man, love.
This is what makes the podcast what it is. Community,
man.
You know, shout out Chegu to Massive. You need to do something for them.
I need to do something for 053. We gotta do something. It's jam-packed Uncle Kandizu.
Yeah.
Hey, to switch about. I know there's one burning one where people have been saying.
No, they have. Yay. But I feel I just wanted to go through like just a bit of housekeeping.
Yeah.
Because big shout out to the community. One of the burning issues in the comments was the Delroy issue. You know, I also want to take this opportunity. Big shout out to Shone.
It's Shone. Have we confirmed it's Shone?
Honestly, no one confirmed that. Okay. Everyone reached out and said, hey, shout out to you guys for speaking about this, but they didn't.
No one clarified
anything. But big shout out to Shone. Took a clip of the podcast, shared it. It was like, thank you guys for, appreciate. And it actually made me think, this is terrible. Because how are we... Because it seemed like the way he shared it seemed like there hasn't been that much or deserved... recognition
for
how big this moment is. I mean, like in terms of like a Herald or ZTN or Nigrin, because I would assume he would be clamored in my interviews, asking how would you say?
Okay, I think it's on two things. First of all, I think he's still actively on tour. Yeah. He's still over there. I think when he comes back, there's going to be...
still on our boy Chris Martin, same stage.
The Zim Celebs have been... they posted him. I saw that.
Those are his homies. Zim Celebs are just generally...
Fair enough.
They've been pushing him from when he was doing... Fair enough. But I would assume like traditional... like your Heralds, your ZT and News Nigrinwood, Trugunzwa... Australia, because this is big.
That is true.
People have their reasonings. Then came to the Delroy issue, the overwhelming, which surprised me, and alluded to a bigger issue that I've always suspected is Kuti. People don't wait until somebody finishes their argument before they disagree.
That's true.
People disagree based off the first few things you say. Because if you had actually listened to that Delroy comment, you'd realize, Kuti, we are on the same page. True, we
really are.
I don't know how, like, there was someone who was like, I can't wait for a day where people support the victim more than them being. It's like, my guy, this started because we are fans of Delroy.
Exactly.
Big fans. Actually, as a matter of fact, Delroy, we're trying to figure out, is this still the same? And then it just so happened in the same week. It so
happens to be, yeah. It was just a Moromo black and forth, a pass moment type thing. To that, I would say, you're absolutely right. People kind of missed the mark. And I think for the most part, it seems like it's been resolved. Everyone went home a happy customer. I'm still doubling down on the fact that, what Vamtarisi did was him extending a reasonable kind of resolution to the situation. But if you want to be cutthroat and real gangster,
do you know, for the avoidance of doubt, there's just to wrap it up, like you're saying, our overwhelming sentiment, let me not bundle him into this. My overwhelming sentiment was, yes, raitika is. right? Right. But in I would have rather, as a fan of Delroy, wanting to protect his image and his brand, I would rather this story had been shared from the perspective of zvinhu zvakamboitika kudhara, but hatisisipo from a victory lap type thing. You know, 2 years from now, do you get what I mean? That was my perspective. That angle is does more, because really and truly, I'll ask you, for vanhu vese vari kutrenda ningiri vachiningirikina angori man'aha angori maningiri, and then they move on with their lives, because it really makes them feel better to not munhu wamurungu ari kutotambura nyaya iyi. If it's shared kuti Delroy azo ari kubva pa, let's say kuti ndiye arita, arova tour yake ari kuningirikina, and then it says, do you guys know kuti first song yangu yakarova 1 million views, ndakavharwa mari. But he told me kuti, you know what, my next text yangu, I just knew kuti people vanhu havaningirikina, vanhu havadaro. Now it taught me kuti I move differently. I just make sure that everything is written on paper and from that angle, because really and truly now the overwhelming feeling there,
because the thing is, artists again, since time immemorial, bro.
We are not saying this as casual people. We are saying this as peers, as fellow creators, as one vakatombo varwa.
Was there? You know what I mean?
Like you guys hear us talking about London shows or these shows. Tiri vanhu vakatovharwa.
Nekusaverenga fine print, nekusaverenga the finer details.
Uchitoti ndakanaka, ndachigwina nice. Then what is on Mars? That's where we're coming from. Not kuti tiri kurumbidza zvaitwa naNingirina, or tiri kuti Ningirina nokuti tiri kuti munhu akapusa. No. We're saying kuti it's just from a what are the residual feelings zvinozoitika beyond this. But hopefully that clarifies. We are big fans.
Because we want to offer 100 million worth of 1.6.
Musazdaro.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
1.6 mari yakawanda.
Okay, hey. Sorry. Dead sorry. But
big fans.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big fans.
You know, what
nasi takapfeka boots boza unozofunga zvona nzee mamumba meng'anga iri chichichi haumbomidzwe boots.
But yeah, man, big shout out to everybody buying coffees. If you're wondering how to get coffees, support the podcast, it's buymeacoffee.com/blackandforth. The link is in the bio.
We always put the link in the description of the episode. Every episode.
It's on Spotify, everywhere. Please get your boys some coffees. You know, young way Christmas. Young way Christmas coffee, you know. Big shout out to everybody that I've been seeing buying tickets for The Play Goes Wrong.
Oh yeah, no, that's nice.
Yeah, shout out to Sadza. I saw Miss Kim.
Yep.
Gang. I think they came midweek.
They come through. Sadza, is it Sadza? Someone ended up saying that they couldn't make it on Sunday, but they're coming this weekend.
Okay.
Kim is coming this weekend.
Okay.
Z and the gang are coming this weekend as well. So there's a few people coming down
this Sunday.
Z's coming on Saturday.
Guys, let's make a plan. Let's make a plan. Let's come through. Let's see the boy. Play Goes Wrong, Duchess Theatre every day except Mondays.
Every day except Mondays, but come through
twice on Saturdays and Sundays.
This week was half-term week. We had a matinee on Thursday. 9 show belters.
That must
No, fuck.
That must have been crazy.
No, we grinding, we working. This is what we signed up for.
Just taking this opportunity before we get it, because I suspect once we get it,
when we get into the let's of it, bring that. Our good sis been making moves, yo.
Miss Gundu. Shout out to
Cooking with Cass.
Look at it. I don't know if you can see. What did they do? What did the girls do when they post But this is the Sadza cooker. Hans reimagined Zimbabwean cooking, combining advanced technology with user-friendly features to deliver perfectly cooked sadza with minimal effort.
Fam.
The versatility of this multi-cooker extends beyond cooking sadza. You can use it to cook other grain-based dishes such as rice, oatmeal, water, and even the perfect roadrunner stew using a slow cook function. Whether you're a busy professional, a parent with a hectic schedule, or simply someone who appreciates convenience in the kitchen, the Cooking with Kaz Sadza cooker is designed to make your life.
It's amazing.
So big shout out to
packaging, boxing.
Like,
it's a product.
Like,
my guy.
Look at
it. I recently bought an air fryer not long ago. Now I'm looking at this. I'm like, I could have. Returns policy wagwizi. Unboxing chi. Bro, it's a product. Yo.
Bro, my mother would have appreciated
Oh my God.
Like, look at it.
Look at that.
Because more of what maybe
you know what I mean?
Look at that. It smells.
It's yo. I'm finding this kind of Costco kind of home base. I don't know, man. Shit.
Yeah, I'm about to say negro my chauffeur Magtara. Cooking with Kaz. Use the manual chi. This is how you use it. Safety instructions, blah blah.
A thing, bro.
Going to be popping up with Mamaita in Zimbabwe.
Hey. I worked too hard for this. No, but you know what's mad? That's a plug. I need that because I can cook. I will say this categorically. Can I find or someone, please, Pupurai. I can throw down.
Right.
Oh, go to because I was wondering how does it do the monitoring item of it.
So
shit.
Look at just quality, the build quality.
It's like I said, it's rigid, sturdy, proper. Yes, it's a product.
No, this is dope on so many reasons because
several,
like several levels because
several game changer.
Even if you don't appreciate, like you can buy it as a gift for your loved ones. You can especially this time at Akupinda. Team Rara, I miss Sadza. I miss
Icho.
I miss Sadza.
Proper. Shout out. That's she cooked because I can cook.
Everyone should let us do products.
And bring your products.
We'll test them out. Bring your products.
No, on a serious note, bring your products.
And then this is your
cable. It was just under my gates. That's really dope, man. Well, hey. Good sis.
Nah, shout out to you. Go done, Kaz.
I can cook so many things, but it's either no dambuka tsinga or like big sadza ka 5.
Yeah.
Runobuda boka 2. The other 3 times is just.
What does it do? Like what?
Brother, I've literally done it on a scientific method.
Yeah.
I've recorded my timings.
Yeah.
Ndinongo reports and chi and roko rwacho. I don't know. I don't know.
There is your problem. There's your soap.
There it is.
Sadza cooker, you chef up everything else and you're sorted. Man, shout out to Kaz.
Shout out
to Kaz, man. Shout out to everybody who's doing dope things, going out of their way to invent, make life easy for
innovation.
We love it. We love you guys.
Love to hear.
But yeah, this is probably going to be a longish one.
Hey, I have to try and
it's ridiculous.
It has to be compact.
So let's promise ourselves we won't get into the weeds because there's just too much.
Yeah.
There's just too much.
We have to.
Right. This year, Inin and Few are grieved because the amount of countries that ataita makorokoto to is Zimbabwe.
Brother, my neighbors there, yo,
Mozambique,
Frelimo,
Mozambique, Botswana, South Africa, UK. Now, Donald Trump.
Man, like Donald. But you gwina. But you know what? I think deep down inside, I've always kind of known. This was a dogfight in which I had no dog in the items. I didn't have a horse in this race, so to speak. And then I don't know an election trauma.
I mean, you were watching as a Zimbabwean.
Yeah, I was watching.
Every Zimbabwean feels connected on a spiritual level to the idea of elections.
Iowa.
You hear elections? They might be in Equatorial Guinea, which would. They might be said in the Philippines. You just hear elections. You're like, it's like dog whistle. As a Zimbabwean, you're like, Manchester.
Mati.
Yeah,
Mati.
Ma. Bro, elections traumatize us. Is every Zimbabwean like if there's you know that concept of like a kidnapper, like kidnapper coming to your house, and then there's this meme format where people are like, what would draw you out from a kidnapper? And the kidnapper is trying to find out where you are. If a kidnapper was taking over water, like that would drag every Zimbabwe. That would trigger every Zimbabwe. Register. Bro. Every Zimbabwean relates to. But yeah, so elections in Mr. Chisa says he didn't have.
Yeah, I didn't. I
think for the most part, like everybody who was out of the years, you just watching.
To hate, but I knew. Okay, I'll tell you where. This is how I feel. Harris and them man fumbled the bag. I'm no political scientist, but from what I was just seeing, and what a lot of people I'm seeing, a lot of people surprised on the old socials, it's because it's not just she lost, bro. She got her. She got cooked.
She got cooked nice, like proper Sadza cooker settings.
Ice cooking with cars,
like proper
fuck. And I think people underestimated how people are saying, people couldn't stand the idea of a black woman here or woman. No, I think people underestimated the transphobia that's in America.
You're right.
And I think that's one element amongst a myriad of things.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I think people on that one particular one, people didn't check their wing mirrors enough on that one.
And it's not even good they didn't check them, but it's so I think one thing that I want to avoid doing is offering what sounds like we are doing expert opinions. Tripa Bridge. We are just musing.
And plus, of course,
we are Zimbabwean.
Yes.
We're Zimbabwean. That's what we do. SM opinions, they are expert opinions. Bro, the one thing that I know after an election is that emotions are high.
Absolutely.
There's so much disappointment. So I want to give room for that.
Yeah, of course.
Because there's a lot of people that feel so heartbroken right now. Especially people that are in that situation. That, women's rights, women's bodies, all these things that are being threatened, reproductive rights and all these things. You feel like, right now, like, and all the opinions that I remember I threw in a quick wise ass comment, which upon reflection I was like, I didn't need to do that. Like after, I woke up and I was reading, I was like, damn, I was like, the thing about elections is, you and your people need to show up. If your people don't show up or whoever is, you're going to lose. Which in theory is, I still stand by that assertion, but I didn't need to say that because I remember when people were offering wise ass opinions when our election happened, and I wanted to box everyone because it's like, okay, Captain Obvious. Do you get what I mean? So I want to apologize because upon reflection, what I meant to say was one, elections by and large are won and lost by people showing up.
Of course,
right? your people or whoever you're pandering to needs to show up. I think the first part, when I look back, the first part where everything was lost was this election was posited as good versus bad, right? And I think when you do that, when you say Kamala Harris stands for good and Donald Trump stands for bad, he's the what? I think everyone who maybe Donald Trump represents or he stands for or who resonates with his messaging, what they do is they hide. They hide. They keep their thoughts and opinions to themselves. They don't participate in the debate.
Exactly. Because they know that the other side of the spectrum tend to vilify people because of that superiority complex of moral high ground and whatnot.
Good versus bad.
Which is ironic.
Which
because of the way they conduct themselves in that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
it's very, very ironic.
You stand for morality, but the way you're about it.
And then that standpoint here, what ends up happening is even from a polling perspective, right? When everyone on social media is virtue signaling, is doing all these things, you end up thinking, Kuti, this election is a done deal. Because munhu wese watiri kusangana naye ari kuwiranisa. Munhu wese tiri kuseka majokes tiri kuwanzira ningirini munhu wese ari kuti hatiri kuchimhanya. Even the people that were participating in the CNN poll, everyone participating in that, Harris. Saka, the margins looked like they were very close. But election day now, people are like, voting anti is secret.
Hey,
I'll show you my true colors. The other thing that happens when you do good versus bad is good people, which for the most part, I don't think, because it's very easy to say from this election, people forget, Kuti, it might look like bad people outnumber the good people. I don't think that's true. I think largely the world is still full of good people. But what happens for the most part is good people usually outsource their agency to other good people. Munananga garam Denmark. Ajita haiwa based off these polls. There's enough good people that are going to go vote for Kamala Harris. I don't really need to show up. But the bad people are like, in any vote, I need to be you don't even need to motivate them.
Because they see you making so much noise and they feel like, hey, if we don't act, they're gonna roll us over.
You end up having
we gotta go.
You end up having apathy among good people because they genuinely have the comfort here. No. The young people will show up for us. No. Surely it's very obvious. This guy cannot be voted into power. It's not obvious.
It's not.
Because even in the context of a Zimbabwe, right? Even in the context of a Zimbabwe, when I say that assertion, elections are won by people showing up. Maybe not necessarily in the context that are won, but if you look at 2008,
Yep.
people showed up and made their voices heard.
It's so much enough to contest a rerun.
Exactly.
Enough. You know how
it
much
makes it very hard to beat Zimbabwe because it was an overwhelming. For them to even admit to that means it
means
that
it was a shit show.
They looked at each other. They're like, no, we can't get away.
I can't.
Do you get what I mean?
I deny it.
You look at every election after that, and it's like either quite young people are driven an agency, and then you look at even this last one, people did show up. The ballot didn't. The people were there.
Okay.
Yeah, and
okay, like I was saying, man. I see the whole good, evil, whatnot, chakazenge. I think for the most part, whilst there was that...
Take a shot when you hear most part.
Yep. Take a shot. Drinking game.
I think this is the second one now.
Yep. Trump, people were saying, Trump is bad. He's whatnot. Fear-mongering and chakazenge and highlighting all the negatives around Trump, which we know he's got the negatives.
Yeah.
Bare of them.
Bro.
Oh my God.
This is a convicted felon. It's sentencing.
But you go on and you can say all of that, but then you can just turn around and say, people have turned, the simple layman kind of person is gonna turn around and say, but Trump had a term when he was a president. He didn't go all dictator.
No, you're absolutely
he wasn't
right.
tyrannical.
No, you're absolutely
threat to democracy.
No.
So what are you tripping? That's one strike. Boom.
As a matter of fact, all these convictions, you would just end up in political persecution.
Boom.
It's
second masterstroke, assassination attempt. Yay.
Many men.
Third masterstroke. Fault on the Democrats' part. They held off on the whole idea of Sleepy Joe was incompetent. They're like, nah. And then in the fourth quarter, and then it's like, oh, so you man knew all along that your guy is not Nangrikini. So then you can't turn around and say, Kamala didn't have enough time to campaign. Well, she could have had enough time if you had been honest enough to say our president is in the shadow realm right now. He's asleep at the wheel. And the idea of women's rights, whatnot, right now, the one thing awash coming from a lot of like Republican voters, female voters,
which was surprising. Like
right?
The women came out, the Latino, the Hispanics.
But that's my point. This is where the transphobia issue happens. The Harris campaign posited itself on a trajectory where fighting for women's rights and whatnot.
Yeah.
They're fighting for women's rights, and what that looked like was body autonomy and abortion and reversal of Roe v. Wade, etc. But a more concerning issue to the female electorate, it seems that it appears people overlooking, was the idea of female spaces like transgenderism and all these little magwans where people can't actually voice their disdain for it because of that public persecution and you're a bigot and labeling and chaguti. And that made that group of people even more resentful. And lastly, immigrants. Brother, the UK took itself out of the EU. A fucking blunder of a move. But the one thing that drove that was just the idea of we're getting rid of immigrants. Immigrants in Western countries right now is such a big deal that anyone who's going to pretend like it's not an issue is going to do so at their own detriment.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was a mixed bag. But
it was
expert opinion number one.
Oof.
Let's get to the fun stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Because politics is full of dredge. Raster Equatorial Guinea.
Bad man.
You know what? Let's see. Do we jump to that? Let's see. What else do we have?
What else do we have?
Very stern conversation about accidents in Zim.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Very stern conversation about accidents in Zim.
You know the thing with speed, to drive a motor fast, is how little time you actually save versus the increase in the risk you are exposing yourself to.
There's actually
bro, do you know if the speed limit is 70 miles per hour and you go 80 miles per hour, you have shaved yourself no more than 2-3 minutes.
No. Like
of your journey. But the likelihood of your crash being fatal jumps up by like some 40%. Like
not just your crash, someone
else's.
Like bro.
3 minutes.
You add the factor in Yakuti. You are bro. It's very disheartening seeing, like, especially in this past month.
And you can do it if you're going to be hard-headed. No, and so speed demon. Okay, nemoto yako cool, do it. Not ne Rory, Bazi, Kombi, school bus with 70 plus souls on it. That level of carelessness is just unbelievable.
I think the one thing that I actively want to implore is, guys, leave the phones alone while you're driving. I know nyaye drunk kumwa teacher driver has been spoken about, goes without saying. But the one thing that I see a lot of people on Instagram recording my like my snaps, like, like, oh, on my way, like a whole TikTok. Pane vanhu who've made it their brand yekuti vanorekodha matiktok vachidriver. That's their angle. That's their ningrini, or I'm on the, and it's like, you can't wait. Rekodai makapaka. Rekodai masvika. Like, bro, what are we doing?
Passenger.
What are we?
If you must.
Like, what are we doing? Kwenzakalani. You know.
And the thing is, we don't even care for that content like that.
No. Takanosia 0 likes. Takanosia 0 likes because you're a bitch.
For nothing. Yeah, no, what really peeves me off is the people who have a bus full of people and you're just doing the maddest maneuvers. What are you trying to accomplish with that?
At this point, you've seen enough people get into trouble, get into accidents with these. What are you still trying to think you can do differently? Do you know the one thing that I actually, in the UK, maybe we live in a boring town.
Aritoziye kana wheel alignment. Asatrambo. Aende ku MOT mabhazi acho.
MOT.
Like,
wheel alignment. Don't go tell us go straight.
But yo.
I saw this video of, like, it was content creators, and one of them, I think it was Kai Senat, who was saying he's building a school in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the celebrity he was with, but the celebrity donated like 10,000. Like, just casually, like 10,000. Right? And it triggered me different because it reminded me of all the times that I had had, like, you know, like you hear like on a TV show or like just on social media saying, oh, we're going to get into a day. I challenge you to a golf tournament or green, and proceeds go to challenge.
Go to church, yeah.
And I've always thought to myself, am I the kind of, like, if somebody was to say that to me, no, proceeds, I was like, young trader. Like, no. Proceeds go to me.
I've seen they do that a lot with, like, especially in the UK, where they have game shows, and then they have a celebrity version of the game show, and then they say the wins go to, and I'm like,
no, nigga,
I just won this quiz here.
Do you get what I mean?
Like, we got 20,000 in the pot. What makes you think? On my behalf?
Exactly.
On my behalf, please.
Why?
I have. Can I also score 5,000 but 20 grand? Fine.
That's a matonj guy.
Like, but some of them are not watching celebrity because they go put up on TV. But, and in fact, my celebrities are not happy up on my shows like that. They're not even.
No, I'm not
real
cooking like
celebrities.
I'm not cooking. What am I doing at a game show? What am I doing at a game show?
So I might be,
brother, I want this one.
I need this. I just did my tax returns. It was a madness.
I put it in my head. I thought to myself, how many people actually think like this and have just been bullied into
like,
accepting this social convention? When you're like, oh, it's for the kids. Fuck the kids.
Fuck the kids. I went through a rough divorce 6 months ago. I'm still paying legal fees out of my neck. I need this 25 grand. My kids don't have school fees.
Yo.
Hey.
We are starting a petition right now. If you are a celebrity,
If
that
I
has been
ever become a celebrity and you know, God willing,
please no,
don't
invite
ever
me.
invite me to
Because
them
don't outside.
because I will go
I
with
will
that check.
embarrass you.
I'm not. No.
I will embarrass you.
No.
You will see me. You know that
I'll Amber Heard it.
The
you
kid
know
is
the
over
Amber
there.
Heard.
No, what did they?
You know when Amber Heard was like she donated I think it was like 10 million to some cause in Reddit.
Yeah.
It turns out they got like 200 grand of that. It's just like
Nah. You know that thing. You know that thing with the big check,
the big
and the kid is over there, and the kid is like like that would be me. Like that would be me, bro. I feel so seen, man, because I was really like,
no,
am I
you're so right.
tripping?
No, bro,
I was like, am I going crazy?
Do you know how hard it's ground my gears? And do you know why I've noticed that? Is because even some of the way they play during it, I can tell the incentive isn't there. I know
Do you get what I mean?
You're not giving me your best.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get the best out of me.
No.
Because I'm like, why am I killing myself? Why
If
am I
I'm not-
running through this maze and cubes and
Bro.
solve these puzzles?
For kids.
Nah, bro, I need
I mean, I
that.
love them kids, but
Yo, I need that.
I love them even more if you.
I need that.
What are these kids going to do with
Yo.
$1 million? Let's be serious, people.
My mortgages are madness.
Like,
I'm a celebrity. I'm the public eye.
I have real
I've got real expenditures, bro. My outgoings on a monthly.
These kids, they have their whole future.
Come on.
To make something out of themselves. And I'm already here.
These times, there's kids who have cancer and like terminal illnesses. Man said they've got a fit.
I mean, fair enough, kids. I was talking about kids very.
I don't know.
I said, go to that.
Jeez. Oh, yeah.
Bro, Equatorial Guinea came from nowhere.
That was
From nowhere.
Something else.
The last time I heard Equatorial Guinea mentioned was when, I don't know if you remember this scandal, but there were some mercenaries that got their plane hooked by Robert Mugabe. Back then, Harare International Airport.
Oh, really?
Some mercenaries who were dropping, I don't know whether they were passing through Zim, Simon Man and them, Chakadaro, they got hooked. And it was a whole hula baloo.
I don't remember that.
Supposedly they were going or coming from Equatorial Guinea.
Okay.
Right? I don't know if they've been sent to kill who. There was a whole ingredient that they were trying to come into Zimbabwe. Here it was dramatized. Apparently their plane was about to take off and they activated the magnet. And then magnet.
I'm cooking with Sadza.
But that's 2004, bro. That was the last time.
You heard Equatorial.
20 years ago.
Jesus.
And then this man was like, no. I need to put my country at the forefront.
I need
busy week like this.
A busy week.
UK new conservative leader.
I think it's
Trump
time.
election. No. Let me insert myself. Israel, Gaza, Ukraine.
I've been inserting. Let me insert myself.
401. 401 6 tip. Let me one more for the couch.
One more for the people then. Unpack it. What's your thoughts?
So the funniest thing about this whole hula baloo is this man was being investigated for corruption.
Yep.
They raided his house to find evidence of Ningrini, and they were like, yo, the fuck is this condoms doing here?
Hey,
yo.
No. Condoms?
And then
I think you got it the wrong house.
No,
I think you're in the wrong house. Condoms? Condoms?
Condoms. VCR. Because clearly 400 tapes you've been recording since.
Right? From VCR to CD.
DVD, VCD.
And then he's like, okay, now I gotta move with the times.
Now he's
slapping on the digital on the phone.
Capping up iCloud.
Yo!
Capping up iCloud.
Man must have a terabyte of cloud storage.
Ndo vakato 400 Pornhub.
Yo.
There's my Pornhub servers. Like, yo.
Okay, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
right, because I see a lot of people on social media trying to act obtuse about this whole. I see
What are
people
they?
saying, so you guys are praising this guy, it's disgusting. This man, whatnot. You're praising him as a hero. Yeah, if a woman was doing that, it would have been gross. I'm like, look, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I do not condone that kind of behavior, because my man was raw dogging his brothers' wives.
Who's condoning? Like, what are you? Like, as a matter of fact, you see a tweet of somebody even remotely condoning, investigate.
Hey.
Do you know? I feel sorry for his wife, man. The funniest meme that I saw out of this was Hans divorce lawyers just calculating. My weed was 400, bro.
400.
I bet he was. I don't akatokuona akanzwa kuti pane baby kanyuwana kaya office and is like carrying, and she's like, no, she's single. Like, not my type.
No. Love.
Not my type. Ndoda ma newlyweds, my 10-year married, my 15. Vacho vanoti no, we've been in this marriage. Pipe anonzi Mwari has sent my trials and tribulations.
Indeed, tribulation. Trial and the tribulation.
You would tribulate. I was tribulating.
He was in tribulation. What I find interesting now is boys they say all the man them who, if you're one of the guys whose wife was involved in all of those, do you feel consoled by the fact that
no, you don't? I promise you don't. I promise you, in that moment, because of the male ego, right? It feels like this is only happening to you.
Oh my word!
I think there's probably a few people that in that scenario who feel like, the strength in numbers. There's probably somebody who's, but I think the majority just feels like the whole world. You can tell this to everyone, you wherever you're going. Oh, you nigga. Even when, because really and truly, there's people who are going to walk away from this unscathed, because 400 is just a lot of footage to go through for people to remember.
Of course. 100%.
But then obviously there's people 100%. That are going to be more high profile.
But then there's some people who've worked with him or who've crossed paths with him or whatever. They're gonna be sifting.
People that are probably going to be high profile in their own regard, or like, that person is easily identified.
That's so and so. Condolences to the lady that committed suicide, apparently, in the wake of this. One of the girls in the video, that really circulated, upon the news breaking, it all got a bit too much for her, committed suicide.
I can assume, because there was another a very small country.
Now imagine, there's another video of a guy confronting his wife with a video saying, oh, boom, and she looked at it, she's like, fuck, what are you talking about? It's a mess. It's a mess. But you see the mandem are so egotistical. A lot of them, they just not even coming on because fragility.
Right. You just raised something.
Fragility
that I've been struggling with. There is, I don't know if I've spoken about this before, but there is an obsession with this new generation or the people that are living in these times with being a victim. If you find out that your wife went through that, why are you recording yourself confronting? Is this confrontation not something that can happen?
It doesn't look good on you, man.
Like, are you trying to redeem yourself by showing yourself getting angry, or like, because I've seen several instances. Like, there was a time where a guy recorded himself finding out that his wife was part of OnlyFans. Even not on just sexual level. Like, there's people that record themselves that she going through the most.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, is the intention to get public sympathy? what is the intention? Is the thinking good, or I can monetize this? Because
no,
what is the idea?
No, I think it's on two parts. I think it's on just first and foremost just the pure shock, and B.
But you're not shocked enough if you cannot the camera.
No. And I think there's also a need to. You've hurt me. What you've hurt, I think this is what it is. What you've hurt is hurt me on an ego thing. And what hurts my ego the most as a man is being cuckolded. As far as biggest slights as men go, pane kikazamra mai, kutukirwa mai, chichichichi, kukwirirwa mukadzi is
kuhurirwa.
Hurrah is right up there. So I think as a guy perceives it, what they think is an equivalent scar on what would be a woman's ego is exposing her to be a harlot. Because I think that's how they're trying to rationalize or equate the pain indeed. You hurt my ego on this way.
What the hell is that?
Sorry, I'm a balance. You've hurt my ego. So I think that's what I think that's the intention there. Ndoda kukuexpose ndokunyadza pane vanhu so that your ego and your reputation
and then the people know that I'm not down with this.
Is as bruised as my ego is, and also to demonstrate that I don't stand for this.
But your ego has been bruised twice because we're still going to laugh at you.
Because you think that kunyadzisa kuchaitwa mukadzi is more than
exclusive.
Kunyara kwawaita iwewe when you realize kuti wahuri.
You're dredging up this issue again.
Truly,
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, put the phones down, ladies and gentlemen. Put the phones down. Our condolences, man. Guys.
Yeah, no, it's rough. It's rough out here.
Safe sex.
Oh my God. Listen. Shit. Safe sex. Speaking of safe sex. It was a month ago.
Tonight.
I think it was a month ago.
Yeah.
A month ago, 2 months ago, I don't quite recall.
Oh, that was a rhyme.
Bulawayo, a report coming out of Bulawayo said that I kept forgetting to mention this. A report coming out of Bulawayo came out and said that 90% of the people who had been tested for HIV over the months of August, would it have been? August, September. I might be wrong because I'm confusing the dates. I'm not, but there was a period this year, not too long ago, when data came out from Bulawayo saying that 90% of the people who had been tested for HIV tested positive.
That's crazy. There's a casualness that I've had when people speak about safe sex now.
Do you know how
even HIV people are like there's a cavalierness that I'm like, yo.
No, because you know what it is,
yeah.
Right? With the advent here, my purity and, a diminishing stigmatization or stigmatic attitude towards HIV, and numbers had started to drop. Van vakataka casual. Hey, mdara ma suppressor that yon.
I've been dying. Shit. Yeah.
Oh my! I'm sorry.
Fighting for my life.
I'm so sorry to point it out, but yo, I was thinking.
Trying to come
I was thinking chiku shamanyaya.
I think the shama can get 3.
I'm it's like kukosera in public around COVID times. Kukosera, get you 4.
Yeah. Because you can feel it being a big one. You don't want people shuffling, but yeah, man.
Listening, please come to YouTube.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Let me take this opportunity to thank everybody. Like, we announced that we're postponing the shows.
People took it well.
People took it incredibly well.
Look how tired he is, guys.
Like,
He's tired.
I don't want to tell you that decision was giving me, like, my anxiety was peaked.
I can imagine.
Because if there's one thing, I mean, being a comedian, like the one thing that pushes is just being a people pleaser. You know, you just want to please people.
Yeah,
and it's just that's literally the same thing.
Literally.
So being in a position where you feel like you're letting people down, it was giving me anxiety, bro. Like, I was struggling.
I know.
To see the response. If I tell you, like, the amount of people that have asked for refunds across the 3 shows, I would get 10. Everybody's just like, we'll wait for the new dates. Because the way we've worked it out, and we've actually confirmed. So Dallas is going to be on June 1.
That's good.
New York is now on the 7th
of June.
Play goes wrong. Do you know what? Let me get to so, and then the other one is going to be in September. Maryland is going to be in September because the theater is closing down for renovations, and they only opened in August, so they couldn't give us a date in the summer. But when I was working out all these days, I ended up thinking, like, you know what, this works out perfectly because it could give us an opportunity when I'm going back. I go with all my boys. Nijo wants to be part of this. You can come, because I was making the calculation. It will be done. Play goes wrong when?
June 1.
Make it a trip.
For June.
You know,
on.
Make it
I've
a
never
trip.
Been to America.
You know, make it a trip. We head over there. We and look at God. It's now going to be in the summer. You know, so
it worked out for the best, actually.
Honestly, you know, I think you live and learn. And shout out to everybody who. There's people that reached out with so many kind messages, you know, about taking care of yourself. People suggesting, you know, good habits. You know, all these
nice, man.
All these things. I'm so grateful for the community. So grateful for. And again, I'm so sorry to everybody that's been let down. We're just moving these shows. Delay is not denial. Akadaro Kamala Harris kwapurwa na Donald Trump. That's basically what she said.
I had to go zine.
Do you know I was going to show up? I was going to show up in America this week after all this stench of Dingrini, because I'm assuming everyone is just going to be like,
which you
like, guys, I've come to take you home.
Let's go. Come on.
Let's go. I'm detonator my elections aid. But yeah, big shout out, man. Big shout out. That really, you know, and our tickets in the wall. Our tickets in Zim are moving quite nicely.
That's nice.
We are trying to make this a very comprehensive marketing campaign. You know, it's been a good year for comedy in Zimbabwe.
It has been a fantastic year for comedy.
So I say that to say big shout out to everybody that has got their tickets so far. We've sold out all the early birds online. My early bird tickets are Sarande made orange.
Okay.
Which I'm assuming could, as soon as Van Vasadvatenga purely because everybody's saying Tango month end and they are nervously waiting, but I'm you okay, guys?
Do you think?
You're right. In honor of making it a dope moment for the only thing that I'll ask guys is, you know, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Please.
You know, we are punctuating the good year that we've had. Nijo has been amazing. Tinashe has been amazing. Long John has been amazing. You know, it's been an incredible year. Everybody has played their part from Simuka. The guys in Blues have been, you know, everybody has been doing amazing things.
Good stuff, man.
So it would be a dope moment to just, even the people that don't want to come, I would want them to feel involved. At least they know, comedy had a good year.
Yeah, had a very good year.
You know, so please post your tickets, take a friend. We're actually having billboards put up. I think they're putting them up today. Billboards put up in and around Zimbabwe, like proper. We're going all out. You know
what I keep forgetting?
Yeah.
And what's always lost on me?
Yeah.
And it takes moments like this to step. Like I'm not gonna lie. I come into it from time to time when I see when I see you posting and when I see Nijo posting, the venues, and I see the images from the shows, and when I see press picking it up and whatnot, it makes me realize that in my head, growing up, there's people before we used to look at the world outside of Zimbabwe, when the world was Zimbabwe, when the people you see on ZBC are the celebrities, when the people you see in the newspaper and whatnot are the celebrities, and they're doing these shows and you men are those guys now. Like, in our heads, it feels like, hey, I'm up and coming, try because of the sheer scale of ambition that we have, and it feels like, you're bigger than. But to some people who have never been outside of the country, who this is Nangrikini. Imagine you're driving, you're the people we'll be seeing on billboards.
That's crazy.
We used to watch on Tatinda Taibu on my billboards, and these were our celebrities. These were our figures. Yeah. And then you're like, it's you. You're really the Kevin Hart's of Nangrikini. No, serious. No, I'm being for real. Don't downplay it.
Yeah.
Billboards, brother.
Billboard.
Fuck you mean? Yeah. Come on.
We're trying to. But yeah, so that's what we're doing, bro. I want to ask for everybody who watches this podcast. This is my wish. I want us to get Anatolia on the podcast.
Oh, I'd love that. That would be awesome.
She's working on a new EP, dropping for Christmas.
Christmas gospel
guys,
thing.
If there's anyone who watches this podcast who has access to Anatolia, please tell her we are such huge fans. Would love. I think she's a dope vibe. I think she has a good sense of humor.
Vibe is on
I think it will be a fire episode. We get to talk about her being. She commented on one of our, I think 2 or 3 videos. I think she even followed the podcast, but I don't know if she watches like that. We want to approach very respectfully. I think it would be nice. I think it would be nice.
We haven't had a guest in a minute.
Yeah, I think it would be a good episode to close out the year. Nice talk about her new work new and project. Talk about her being Zimbo, being dope, being an artist. She's killing it. I think, I think she would enjoy being published.
Yeah.
So if there's anyone who can put in a good word for us, ngoti tine mabenzi edewa bridge but havana kudzungaira steering but vakadzungaira zvavo. Here's the thing. When you sell us, please sell us accurately.
Don't.
Atsuda vanhu vanoti no, they're good boys. Taura kuti vanomwauka, but not like that. Not like that. Do you get what I mean? Don't say no. Good people.
No, pure.
You would fit in nice. No. Please tell her chokwadi so that she knows what to expect. No. Vanhu vacho vantombo munashe anogona kutoenda kambwa kake. Maita anombopinda muno machipengereka. Give her a full picture. We want everyone to.
Oh my God! I just realized that people in Zimbabwe, we've got a lot of viewers in Zimbabwe that don't know Magnum. And now Magnum.
In a packaging,
so everyone's like, "Hi, it's tonic wine, it's Magnum. Can't drink Kemajoma, Karibo."
But
it's nice.
Kambwa kakaenda ku. It's not even private school, but
Kapudo.
Kambwa kane visa.
Akasi kambwa atisi tumbatwe brown twete tisina bridge from Zimbabwe twete.
Nah, but what else we got? Do you know another cool thing to do? I think to punctuate the year. Black and Forth Awards.
Ooh.
Black and Forth Awards.
I thought you were going to say another Black and Forth social to close the year.
That would be dope, but with this fatigue.
Yeah, but with your fatigue.
Let's do something for Valentine's Day. My mate said to me, do a speed dating.
Black and Forth speed dating social.
Yeah.
Because you know what? at the Black and Forth social.
That's literally what was happening.
And you know us, we got baddies.
We got baddies.
Come on, you know.
Now that's going to cost 50.
That's it. Yeah, fair 50.
Because who for the vibes? I need to tell you right now.
No,
it's 50.
No,
please be prepared. 14 February next year. It's a 50
men's conference ya postpone one.
Yeah. Hosted by February 14th.
Because they don't stupid, man. Oh, you kunyara nzubebe.
In a funeral home.
Man, I talking about mabazo. You can't do sign funeral police. That's how you know it's serious.
But yeah, so that's one of the things, but like Black and Forth Awards are, Artist of the Year. But I would want the people that watch to create the categories and nominate. And we leaving it up to you.
You know what? You suggest my categories,
yes.
Right? We'll take the categories, we'll put them on a poll.
Yes. And then you nominate your people.
Democratic process.
We are the People's Podcast.
The podcast you have.
So this is the first phase. You guys nominate if you want Artist of the Year, Mampara of the Year, Socialite of the Year, Giver of the Year, Agavarwa of the Year.
BFF of the year.
BFF of the year. Well, BFF of the year, that's 1 year kind of that.
That's gone.
That one is gone.
Forget it.
Isusu, we are superficial.
Forget it. I'm sorry.
Akatipeka one.
Akatipeka 4. Baddie of the people came and they said it was Ronnie. I love that there was a resounding sentiment here, Mighty Samba as the baddie. But I also want to address the people who also brought up Grace as the baddie of the nation. I won't fight you on that. In fact, I believe strongly in that sentiment. But when we're talking about a clean run,
Grace gets disqualified on corruption charges.
But on a clean run, Mighty Samba, come on. But
all rounder.
Strong VC wabo. Grace
you like contact on my bed is egg jelly. Like what a corruption.
That would be Priscilla Chigumba.
God damn.
I am sorry. She's a baddie.
Blue karubuda kuzasungu red.
Boys, guys, come on.
Studio abananga ngambotara khala. Iribo mwari ndianoziya. Iribo.
Ama efforts edangu ito.
Iribo.
Alright, that's no more so watch.
Iribo. Bro, I wish you were into football, man. Exciting things are happening. Kuman United, we fired our coach. Got a new coach. Yeah. Exciting things are happening. But I don't know if you remember, in Zim, the Premier League in Zim is about to conclude. The team that is poised to win is called Simba Bora. And I remember we had a conversation.
It's a new thing.
Yeah, just got promoted, I think. If not...
So they got promoted they're about to win the...
They've had 2 seasons now. The first season, they almost got relegated.
Okay.
But this season, they
come back.
But I remember me and you, I don't know if it was me and you, we had a conversation about Mazita Emma team Ebora.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
My argument...
You're mining,
And I still hold that sentiment, bro. Because Simba Bora does not sound like a Premier League team. Like the name of it sounds like, you know when we say Dimbare. Like the team cannot be called Dimbare.
Dynamos way, cool.
Right?
We can call it
because the way we
you can't just call it Makepe. It can't be on the tables.
It cannot. Because I say that to say, and it might sound like we are being casual about this, but we need to have an international view when we name this thing.
Yeah.
If this team wins, this is the team that is going to represent Zimbabwe on a CAF Champions League Chakadaro. So they will be playing against TP Mazembe.
But if they're called Simba FC, then maybe people might think, if you're calling Lions.
But already, just from an intonation, already it's just that we don't call it Simba.
Yeah, but on an international thing, they'll be looking at it and they'll just associate. It's an African football club. Simba,
no, but I'm saying it's the one that we play. It's other African countries.
Yeah.
Other African countries don't call Simba. They don't do that.
Amasimba lao.
Like, and then the border aspect.
Bora.
The border.
Is it actually officially as
Simba Bora Football Club?
Bora? But then
and then you have Chegutu Pirates.
But
then
okay, again.
I mean, Chegutu Pirates, upon reflection, it actually sounds...
Chegutu Pirates, that's a lovely team. Come on.
Then there was
Chegutu Pirates.
Shisham. Then there is, I think some of these names are like...
Scotland Yard. Scotland
FC. I mean, I like that. I don't like the motivation behind it. But you can get away with that.
What about Yada FC?
No. It's too on the nose. I think there's other names even from the Bible that you can get that depicts.
What's called Elohim FC.
Hey, it was a but hey, man, big shout out to everybody that always hangs us with the bridge. I think Tabika,
this one timetable,
brought to you by the Sadza Cooker. Shout out, go check it out. Please check out Kaz, Cooking with Kaz on the Instagram. Barutengesa sini ingo ya Christmas, ingo ya my Christmas box. Chinchiria for the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much is it going for?
Any year?
How much is it going for?
Let me actually check. Cooking with...
Yeah, because she's in stores now. She's in retail, so she's been moving units. Come on, guys.
Order yours today. So you go on the website that you go to is sadzakooker.com, and you can order yours from there. This thing goes for... Drum roll, please. It goes for $125.
Cheaper than an air fryer.
Yep. $125 Wakapinda, 5-star reviews. You can order it off the website. I think, let me see where else you can order it off. Yeah, you can order it off the website Sadza Cooker, cookingwithkaz.com, or you can just go on sadzakooker.com.
And before we go, on this week's segment of Murumoe Black and Forth Awirepasi,
give it to us.
Vamdungwe came and addressed his head count of his congregants.
Serious?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Bro, I'm scared now.
What are you predicting?
Bro.
What are you predicting?
And then someone challenged it, and if this comes true or something comes up, then I know it's a wrap. I see my jokes. Someone came in the comments and said, it'd be interesting to test out theory Murumoe Black and Forth if Mighty Samba pops up somewhere somehow in the following couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Or even gonna Babachi Samba. If that
would be crazy.
That would be crazy. But I promise you, Prophet Madungwe came out on a podcast, addressed Nyayo Kutuzoni, just how many people.
That's crazy.
How many people?
We are speaking on behalf of the people. Black and Forth on behalf of the people.
Thank you.
The vessels. Titume guys. Big shout out. See you guys next week.
Peace out.
Boom.